Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm going to give everybody a few moments to hop on. And while I do that, I'm going to make sure I can see me live. I'm on my phone in our Unwavering Belief Masterclass. And I just want to make sure you can actually see me live. So let me see. Restart. Okay. And can you hear me? Okay. And can you hear me? You sure can. Okay. Let's get out of there. Hello, everybody. I'm going to tag everybody real quick. Some of you may not be able to get here live. Some of you will be able to. So I just want to go through here and just let you all know I'm here and I'm live and we're going to have an incredible time over the next few days. Get cozy as you are huddling in. Okay, wonderful. Okay. Hello, everybody. Great. Say hello as you're hopping on. And if you're catching the replay, let me know that you're catching the replay. This is going to be a lot of fun. So what I'm actually thinking I'm going to do is, because I feel this is going to be such a powerful experience, I will likely repurpose this in some way, shape, or form, and add it as like a freebie bundle for when, I don't know, the future, when I want to use it as like an opportunity to invite people into one of my programs or whatnot. It just feels so important because this information feels so important. So let's dive in. I'm Jillian Bolands. I'm an intuitive life coach, spiritual mentor, Reiki master of masters. I am the creator of the True You tent. I am the creator of the True You school, and helping women uncover the truth of who they really are, helping them to align with their intuition and learn how to trust their intuition, work with cyclicality and tap into the moon cycles, the season cycles, the zodiac cycles, and embody the magic that is within them is my calling. It's my soul's calling. It is literally what I meant to do, and that's what I get to do as a coach. And being able to host free events like the Unwavering Belief Masterclass mini-series that we're in right now and kicking off tonight, it's a joy of joy. It is a gift of gifts, because ultimately there is going to be so much value and so much depth that we're going to be able to go to, that you will be moved. Life will be changed because you are allowing yourself to be here, take in this information, to sink into this energy, and hopefully to apply some things to your life. And, I want this to be an all-encompassing, deeply moving experience for you. And I truly want it to give you an invitation, an inkling of what it's like to work with me on a more intimate basis. And know that there are so many entry points for creating magic in our lives. And sometimes when we take that bold step to be a part of something like this, it's all that we need. And sometimes it is the launching pad. And I'm here for all of that. I am here to serve completely, wholeheartedly, from the bottom of my soul, and really show up to give you a value-packed experience over the next 4 days together. Tonight, we are sinking deep into ceremony. And then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I have a beautiful compounded effect how-to of developing unwavering belief. So I would love for everybody who is here to say hello in the comments. If you're watching the recording and you're able to say hello, then say hello. If this is repurposed in the future and you're not, just know that I feel your spirit. I feel you with us, and I'm so grateful to have you here. Happy Beltane is right, Victoria. Let me give you a quick rundown about Beltane. There are 8 Sabbats throughout the Wheel of the Year. There are, and the Wheel of the Year is just that. It is a year, but we look at the year instead of a start and a stop point as a continuum, right? And everything that I teach is about cyclicality. There is no beginning. There is no ending. There are new entry points. There are new things that develop, right? How many of you have felt like, haven't I worked through this before? Like you've gone through something. Hi, Heather. Hi, Jennifer. Have you ever gone through something like, we've been here, done this? Like, yeah, you likely have worked through a similar trigger, but the fact is you have lived more. You are the wisest version of you right now. And so you actually can work through it more deeply, because of what you have been through since the last time. So the wheel of the year is the cycle of the entire year. And there are 8 Sabbats, which are 8 original holidays, festivals that celebrate the turn of the seasons and the cross quarter points between the turn of the season. So we're talking spring, summer, fall, and winter, and then the point between spring and summer, summer and fall and winter, winter and spring again. And today, the day of this recording, May 1st, 2022, is Beltane. Beltane is all about fertility. It is all about sensuality. It is all about the union and coming together of 2 whole entities in and of themselves, the goddess and the god, to create love and life that will sustain forevermore. It is an absolutely delicious day. So homework, whether you are watching this and it's Beltane or not, but especially you loved ones who are watching it today, I would love for you to do something to celebrate. Hi, Brittany. Celebrate Beltane tonight. Tap into sensuality. Make sure you are like, in how do we do that? We utilize our 5 senses. Sensuality. Hi, Darcy. Sensuality is activating and utilizing your 5 senses. So go smell something luxurious. Take a bite or a sip of something that just like makes your taste buds explode. Go, feel something wonderful, soft or silky, whatever the case may be, and so on and so forth. This is just a really beautiful holiday. And if you are interested in learning more about the Sabbats, I actually have a guide for you. You can go to jillianbolans.com/Sabbats, and I have a Sabbats Made Simple guide. But if you are interested in celebrating the Sabbats as a part of your life, that is one of the things that we do in the True You tent. So something to look forward to there potentially for you. So let's talk about unwavering belief. Over the next 3 days, we are going to get very deep into the how to develop unwavering belief. Tonight, we're really going to sink into the energy of it. And I want to ask you, for those of you who are here live, and for those of you who are watching the recording, same questions apply. I really want you to participate with this as if you're here. But I want you to ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much you believe in yourself right now. Okay? That's like the biggie. That's the general. How much do you believe in yourself, in what you want, in your dreams, in the fact that you get to feel however it is you want to feel? You get to have whatever it is you want to have. You get to be whatever it is you want to be. How much do you actually believe that? Right? We are told in this life that, oh, just believe in yourself, or just believe in that person, or just believe in that story. But like, when it comes down to it, it can be really tricky to cultivate that belief when we have a lot of stories that surround ourselves why that can't be true, or that won't be true, or that shouldn't be true, right? So, for example, your belief in your soul's calling. Like, let's talk about your work. This is a big one for people. Do you believe that you can have the career, the work, the soul calling that you truly want to have? Or are you constantly knocking yourself down with, yeah, but I went to school for this. Yeah, but my mom told me that I would be terrible at that since the age 5. Yeah, but I have tested out, I've tried to take the test for that a million times. Yeah, but I don't know, I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough background to start my own thing, right? Like, we come up with so many excuses as to why we can't possibly have what is calling to us. And I want you to hear me loud and clear when I say this. If you have a calling in your heart, if you can feel it deep within, if it feels like a part of the true you, your true essence, if it feels like something that you were literally put on this planet to do, then it is a must do for you. You don't have to figure out the hows. The universe has got that part down. And we're going to help you to get into the hows of belief, but that's your part of the story here. Your only job is to bolster your belief in the thing. Bolster your belief that you can create whatever it is you want, that you can do whatever it is you want. You have the opportunity to do that. And when we're talking about belief, we are talking about thoughts that we are thinking and feels that we are feeling and vibration that we are vibing on. And this is what we're going to be talking about over the next few days. But I was sitting in meditation earlier today, and then I was doing a lot of outside work. I've got like that May 1st sun-kissed look, and I'm so happy about it. I've got like the sports bra tan lines from being outside in a tank top, which is, I live in Maine, so this was a big deal. But today I was asking, okay, like, what is it? I knew I wanted to do a meditation for you all tonight. I knew I wanted to help you sink into the energy, like, but what is it? And it came down like this. I get downloads, I get words, I get actual feelings in my body. I get the word and I feel it through, and I'm like, yes, that's how I function. That's how I call in what I gift out to you all. And it is this: you are worthy of believing in yourself. You are worthy of having the thing that you want to have. You are worthy of being the person that you want to be. You are worthy of doing the thing that you want to do, not because you ticked some checkbox off, not because you appeased to somebody else's expectation of what you should do or what they think that you should be. Not because you earned it, not because you qualified for it. You are worthy of whatever it is you want simply because you are here and you have a heartbeat. You are innately worthy. And when we can sink into the remembrance of that, when we can sink into the knowing and the conviction and the like, oh yeah, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I don't have to justify anything to anybody. When we can sink into the deep knowing and remembrance that you are worthy, belief is like, it's like your bestie, right? But worthiness and belief go hand in hand, the perfect handhold. And so I'm kicking it off with that worthiness component today, because when it comes down to it, that is a hard pill for so many women, especially to swallow. When we live in a society that has told us that we have to earn this, or we'll never be good as them, or you've got kids, so you can't possibly do the career, or you're doing the career, so you can't possibly spend enough time with your children, or you want to travel, shouldn't you have something more stable? You want to just stay here where you are? Shouldn't you get out and see the world? Like, we are constantly battling contradictions and other people telling us what they think that we should do. Here's what, ladies, it is your life. And more than that, this human that you are doing this life in is actually the greatest tool for your soul's calling. What if we didn't forget that you're not just a brain, a heart, a few cells, and, some like earrings walking around? You are actually the container for your soul. You are the container for unlimited potential. You are the container, this vessel, with its strengths, with its abilities, is actually the thing to help you work out, live out, be out your soul's calling. Here's a quick rundown. We talk about this a lot in the True You School, but our intuition, right? We talk about a woman's intuition a lot. Our intuition is the messenger for our soul. It's the messenger for our wisdom. Our soul is our attachment to love. It is like our own individual love bubble that is encompassing us all. And if it is love, it is connected to the divine. Anything that is not love is not connected to the divine, and it is fear. It is a lie. So I want you to remember this. If you've been telling yourself You can't possibly. You don't have the credentials. You don't have the money. You don't have the support. It's been too long. Only other people can have that. You can't possibly create something like that. If you've been telling yourself any version of all of that, oh, she can have it because she is X, Y, and Z, and I am only A, B, and C, so I can't possibly have it. If you've been in comparison, if you have been in judgment, if you have been in any sort of place of lack, worry, guilt, A, you're not alone, but B, it is filled with lies, my love. I had this amazing conversation with the True You Tent ladies the other day about how we walk around all day when we are in fear, when we are in lack and in worry, telling ourselves, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get out of this. This is never going to get better. I'm never going to feel better. Those aren't actual truths. Those are based out of fears. Those are statements based out of fears. But we continually repeat them to ourselves, which means we are continually lying to ourselves. People tell me all the time that they have such a hard time with affirmations and like saying something different, saying something about how they want to feel or how they look forward to feeling. And they're like, but I feel like I'm lying to myself. I'm like, well, you're lying to yourself the rest of the time. Why not lie to yourself about something positive? Because you have begun to believe the lies that aren't serving you. What if we remembered that you are worthy? What if we remembered that you do have the capacity to believe? It takes work. It takes work. But you know what? It took a lot of work for you to kick yourself down and stay down. Because I will say this, I listen to a lot of Abraham Hicks. If you know Abraham, awesome. If not, you can go on YouTube, you can go on Spotify, you can find Abraham anywhere. But one of the greatest lessons that Abraham Hicks ever gave that really touched my soul was that if it feels bad to you in your body, you know that feeling of like lack and yuck and like, oh, it just feels awful to think that or to feel that way. It's because it's not true. It's because your person is looking in a different direction than your soul. And I have taken such solace in that personally, because whenever I feel frantic, whenever I feel worried, whenever I feel any sort of yuck, I literally get to say to myself, oh, I feel bad because my soul is love and my soul always guides me in the way that feels good. So I must just not be going down the path of my soul. And it's so reassuring to be able to say, oh, instead of like lambasting myself, instead of judging myself, I'm like, this is what I do. And this is something that, this is a tool that you can use. Oh, I'm just looking in the wrong direction. Okay, universe, guide me. Like, which way is my soul? Lead me to love. Lead me to belief. Lead me to embody the worthiness. Yes? How are we feeling? I would love to get some comments so that I'm not just talking to myself over here, even though I'm so grateful for the channeling. Anyway, you are worthy. You are worthy because you are here and you have a heartbeat. You are worthy because you wouldn't be here with the dreams that you have, with the tendencies that you have, with the beliefs that you have, with the strengths that you have, with the desires that you have, with the interests that you have. If it wasn't excellent, if you weren't meant to live in that way. When we become disconnected from our belief, we cut ourselves off at the knees of what we are actually meant to be and do and have in this world. You are worthy of total abundance. You are worthy of optimal health. You are worthy of unlimited potential. And in this masterclass, we've already started it, but in this masterclass, I'm going to give you the practical how-tos. And more importantly, tonight, we are going to recalibrate that system for you. Yeah? Because here's what, we need a pattern interrupter. If you have been thinking all of these lack thoughts, if you have been living in this vibration of worry and with the belief that things aren't possible, we need to interrupt that. We need to shake that shit out because it's not serving you. And I will say this, sometimes this is so freaking screwed up that we do this, but I'm going to call it out for what it is. I've been there. Some of y'all might be there now, and we need to hear this because we need to talk about truth. sometimes we stay in that lack mindset. We stay in that worried state. Not because it feels good, but because we actually do get something out of being there. We get an excuse. I know. But we get an excuse. If we stay in lack, if we stay in self-sabotage, if we stay in self-abandonment, if we stay in this state where we don't believe in ourselves, the world hates us, everything's going to go wrong forever and ever, amen, it's never going to work out for me, you're actually allowing yourself to be the victim. You're allowing yourself to have an excuse for not going for your dreams. And as a coach, I'm like, okay, so why? Like, let's get on in there. We can't needle into all of that within the course or within the context of the next few days. However, I am going to give you some tools to start down that path. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I have one-to-one spots currently open if you are interested in that. I have pre-enrollment happening for the next round of the True You School, which gives you an elongated payment plan. I have an incredible True You tent that I'm about to do a really big grand reopening for, because it's been open for a while. I've got further resources for you. I want you to be where your feet are over the course of the next few days. I want you to be here and sink into all of this, but I know that I've been a part of free opportunities like this before, and I'm like, great, thank you for all that you taught me, and like, don't leave, help me. I want to actually move the needle on this. So we'll talk about that later, but as a coach, as a healer, as a mentor, I want to just wrap my arms around you and be like, yeah, there are plenty of reasons why you'd want to stay stuck, why you'd want to stay in lack, and none of them actually serve you. And it's so weird because we're like, well, why would I want to stay in a place that makes me feel so bad? Because it's familiar. It's not comfortable, right? We talk about our comfort zones all the time. It's not comfortable. Being in lack, being in worry, being in angst, not comfortable. Familiar? Yes. Comfortable? No. But familiar? Yes. So I want to ask you tonight, are you willing to get out of the familiar? Are you willing to drop the excuses that are keeping you in a place that is not in alignment with who it is you were truly meant to be? And if the answer is yes, then hang out for tonight and for the next few days and just know you're not doing this alone. And in fact, this is a very important thing to say. We as women have been told that we need to silo. We need to put our heads down and get to work. We need to try to figure it out because Sally Joe down the street seems to have all her stuff together on Instagram. So like, I better like pretend and button it all up and pretend like I do too. Listen, it's all, it is all an illusion. And when we are also seeing other people's successes, other people's seemingly perfect lives through a filtered vision of, but what's wrong with me? Why do I live in such fear? Why can't I believe in myself? It makes it even worse. So tonight we're going to ground into ceremony. We're going to help you tap in to that worthiness, tap into the belief. You are incredibly powerful. You are incredibly wise, and you are incredibly important to right here, right now. Your dreams, your visions, your essence, it all matters so big. Yes? Can we get some hearts? Can we get some likes? Can we get some whatevers? Brittany feels worthy and loved. Cheers, girl. Heather says, this is just what I need. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Cheers, ladies. Hi, Lula. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. Get comfy. Get comfy. Let's go in. I'm going to grab a blankie. Tonight, so I'm an athlete too. I mean, give me all like the yoga mats and journals and beautiful candles and incense and all the things, like help me tap into the divine feminine in all the ways. And also another way that I tap into a different aspect of the divine feminine is through athletics, and it's through moving my body. And so I was a part of sports my whole life. I'm a runner now mostly, but I played soccer up through college. And so it's like, like we got to have that big pregame speech, and now it's game time. Okay, now it's game time. You get to be the true you. You get to sink into your essence. Tomorrow, we start talking strategy. Tomorrow, where's my book? I have 3 beautiful days prepared for you, where we're really going to talk about mind, body, soul. We're really going to give you the how-tos, because like I said before, the world expects us to just like know how to believe in ourselves. But when we've been knocked down, when our ego has taken us out, when we've been in that place of familiar for so long, it can feel really tricky to recalibrate and raise our vibration and tell ourselves different stories and raise our level of belief. So we're going to talk all about that over the next few days. And tonight, we're going to sink in to a sacred meditation. I am a Reiki Master of Masters now, and I do Reiki sessions now also, and it's so fun. And it's like, I'm a self-proclaimed witch, and utilizing Reiki is like actual magic, like pouring out of my fingers. It's just amazing. So I'm going to create a Reiki bubble for us. I'm going to pop you all in the Reiki bubble for tonight, and I'm also including the people that will be watching the replay. And we flow. Okay? So I want you to get comfy. I'm going to just take a moment here to open my Reiki bubble, I'm already in my channeling state, but just get into like complete meditative alignment, and then we are going to jam. Let me pretend you're in a tube on the back of a boat. Like, have any of y'all been, I live in Maine. I don't know why that just came out. Have any of you all ever gone tubing before, right? Like, so you actually, the tube is attached to the boat, and you just sit in the tube, and like, you can even put your hands up, you can hold onto the boat. They might do donuts and try to knock you off, but like, you are in that tube. But you get to just be there. You just get to be held, and let me be the driver of the boat. Let me pull you along, and let's go have fun tonight, okay? You can expect to be here for about another 15 minutes tonight. I am going to try to keep the trainings themselves to about a half hour, but in terms of tonight, we needed to have our pep talk, and then we needed to have our meditation. So I'm going to take a deep breath, open our Reiki bubble, calling in the highest truth and compassion, calling in the spirit teams of every single person who will be watching this video, who is currently here now, who is here with us in spirit, who will be watching this until the end of time in all the different ways it will be available. Thank you for allowing us to be here. I open this Reiki bubble with complete love, throwing in with such jovial excitement every single person who is a part of this energetic exchange, and holding her in the highest truth and compassion, holding her to the standard of her unlimited potential and true self-belief. Ladies, get cozy. Do whatever it takes for you to really ground in. I'm going to be opening up my Reiki bubble using my arms moving. I can't show you the symbols that I'll be doing with my fingers, but I'm going to be doing that down here. There are very specific Reiki symbols that help me to open this bubble, and chants that I'll chant in my head. The Reiki bubble is open, calling in all of our guides, spirit teams, sacred support systems, calling in the unlimited, highest potential of each of the souls who will be here forevermore on this call now, watching it later on, and calling in the untethered, most embodied feeling of worthiness and belief. May each of the soul sisters, brothers, non-binary, who may ever watch this ceremony, allow for them to feel held and loved in this sacred space. Allow for them to know the truth that is them and their belief. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. I'm going to keep my Reiki bubble on my lap, knowing and trusting that you all are here with me. I want to invite you all, if you haven't already, close your eyes. Allow for you to feel an essence of light beaming above the top of your head. Imagine a moonbeam, crystalline, clear, bright, sparkly, true light pouring down through the top of your crown chakra, through the top of your head, bringing love into that space. Continuing down into your third eye, right between your eyebrows, bringing love into that space. Keep breathing. The light travels down to your throat chakra, bringing love into this space. The light travels down into your heart chakras, the high heart and the low heart, bringing love into this space. Allow this space to open. Allow your heart chakra to expand. Feel the light coming from above, really taking up space in your chest. Breathing the light down into your solar plexus, which is right at your navel point, between your navel and your rib cage. This is your will center, your power center. Allow the light to fill this space. Breathing in again, bringing the light down between your pelvic bones. This is your sacral chakra. While we are here in this space, we call upon the loving presence of Aphrodite, who is the goddess of all things pleasure and sensuality. Given that it is Beltane today, let us remember that when we are fertile with ideas, we get to birth whatever it is. So too, when we are fertile with belief, we get to create a life for ourselves that is blooming with the highest potential of beauty and embodiment. Finally, breathe the light down to your tailbone. This is your root chakra. It is safe for you to be here. It is safe for you to explore what it means to believe in yourself. In this moment, allow for the light to both go down through your root chakra, connecting down through each of the layers of the earth to the crystal that is in the center of Mother Gaia. As well, allow for the light to transmute through the top of your crown, up past every layer of the atmosphere into the eternal beyond. And in this moment, you are here and you are worthy of being here. And you are as connected to the heavens above as you are to the earth that you are standing on, you are living on, you have chosen to be here on. You matter. What calls to you matters. What you desire matters. In fact, what calls to you and the desires that are placed in your heart and in your solar plexus, in your deepest intuitive knowing, were put there by the divine. They were put there by the eternal source of love. Call it God, Goddess, Universe, Spirit, whatever it is you personify, that highest essence and entity of love. That is where your truth came from. That is where your desires, your dreams, your hopes, and your wishes came from. Allow yourself to be in this moment and take a deep breath. I invite you to bring your hands to the area between or anywhere around your sacral chakra and your solar plexus. This is a very powerful part of your physical body. This is your core. This is where all of the movement that happens within your body starts from. This is also where we as women hold our reproductive organs, tissues, cells. This is also where we marinated for many, many months within the womb of our mother, and truly within the womb of our grandmother. Because our mother's eggs were fully developed within her body when she was in utero. You being here is not a mistake. It was divinely timed, divinely orchestrated, and also the miracle that you are. The fact that you were created the way that you were, with all of the different steps and moments in time that had to take place to create you, sacred, holy, wonderful you, is extraordinary to think about. Think about each and every single moment along the course of history of time that needed to happen at such a time so that you, with your divine gifts, your divine powers, your divine preferences, could be conceived at the exact moment that you were. Let alone the physical implications of that sperm needing to find that egg. Think about all of the relationships. Think about all of the moments in which interactions were made between human and other human throughout your entire genealogy. Thank you, thank you, thank you to every single co-creative being that allowed for us all, these sacred women, to be here and whole unto herself. She needs nothing to complete herself. You are here, so you are whole and you are holy. You are here. The universe conspired to ensure that you arrived when you did, so that we could all be in this moment together, with you recalibrating, with you remembering, and with you re-embodying the truth that you get to believe in yourself because you are worthy of it. In this moment, I want you to picture a veil around yourself, like a very thin blanket that you're just now discovering has been draped over you. Perhaps it's been draped over your entire body. Perhaps it's been draped over your heart. Perhaps it's been draped over just a part of you or a feeling of you or a memory of you. But suddenly become aware of this veil. This veil has been cloaking you in lack, in unsurety, in the lie of unworthiness, in the lie that you have to prove who you are and what you do and that you're good enough. This cloak has been encasing you in disbelief. You don't have to figure out the why right now. You don't have to figure out the how right now. All I ask in this meditation, in this moment, is for you to take a deep breath and release the veil. Rip it off. Take it off slowly. Tug at it and let it fall. Have your own experience with this. As you release this cloak that has been keeping you in disbelief, I simultaneously want you to again picture that light that first filtered through your system, and now imagine it pouring down all around you, encasing you in this beautiful cloak of love, of belief, of worthiness. You get to wear this layer of you now. You have released what doesn't work, what doesn't serve you. And because the universe is a vacuum, we must replace it with something we actually want. And what we want, universe, God, Goddess, hear us now, is love. What we want is love. What we want is to remember our worthiness. What we want is to remember how deeply we get to believe in ourselves, how deeply we get to build and bolster that belief, how deeply we get to create the conviction. We ask that it be easy. We ask that in the moments that it feels hard, that we rest and that we allow in support. We ask that in the moments where it feels like go time, that we bolster that belief. With this cloak of shining love around us, allow for us to remember we are worthy. We are worthy of being here. We are worthy of our desires. We are worthy of being our true selves. And we are worthy of believing in her. We are worthy of believing in ourselves. Ladies, take a deep breath here. I want you to envision yourself right now in your highest potential. What does the you who believes in herself wholeheartedly and is willing to continue to believe, is willing to come back and believe in herself over and over and over every time she slips, because we are human and we will, every time she falters? What does the version of you look like who is willing to always put belief first, to always remember belief, and to always embody belief? How does her skin look? What is she wearing? What environment is she in? Take a deep breath here. And I would love for you to ask this version of you if she has a message for you. Don't force it. Don't try to figure it out. Don't try to overthink it. Trusting. She may have a message for you now, or she may plant a seed and it will come to you at another time, when you're in the shower, when you're in the car, when you're meditating, when you're dancing, when you're singing, when you're playing. Take a deep breath. I want to thank each and every single one of you for being here, being present, being with us in this journey of unwavering belief. I want to thank our divine support, every member of our spirit teams that have come together to give us this sacred moment. And I want to thank you who is listening and who is willing to believe, because every single time a woman believes in herself, every single time a woman stands convicted in her power and in her truth, she raises the vibration of the planet. She raises the vibration and the potential of all and everyone she loves. You are worthy of this. As you are ready, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. I give this Reiki bubble up to all the goddesses. Stand with us, band together, come together in circle around each of the brave women who are a part of this experience. Let us be here and feel your presence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. All right, ladies, wiggle. Whatever it is you need to wiggle. I'm a shoulder stretcher after a good meditation. Thank you to the divine. I could feel you coursing through me with that meditation. And ladies, thank you to you. I would love to hear what came up for everybody in this meditation, if you'd like to share. And that is going to conclude our ceremony tonight. But if you'd like to pop in the chat, I'll stay on and I'll read what you've got. And please tag me if you are watching the replay. Please tag me so I can ensure that I see what came up for you. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. We just moved a lot of energy tonight. We sank to a place that potentially you haven't been in a really long time. I want to encourage you to do a couple things. If these vessels, these bodies, are the way that we get to answer that soul's calling, we need to be taking care of it, especially when we are doing this energetic deep dive like we're doing. Drinking water, moving your body, stretching, going for a walk if you can. Listen to your body, listen to anything that, you know, you and your doctor have, if that be the case. But if you have stagnant and stuck energy, we likely just like took a jackhammer to it. So let it work itself out. I would highly recommend a bath. Especially since in real time, there was a new moon solar eclipse yesterday. It's Beltane today. We got energy happening. So take a bath, drink some water, eat something nutritious tomorrow, like super dense in nutrients, and move your body. Don't be afraid, and don't be surprised if different emotions start to come up. They are working themselves out because you have raised to a new vibration just by being here and a part of this meditation. So thank you for being here. You are incredibly powerful, and I'm so grateful to be able to do this work with you. Have a great night. We will see you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time if you are watching this in real time. The true you matters. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, loves.